Welcome to weekly view on markets. This week Nifty has closed at 17,185 on Friday. After volatile move during the week, Nifty closed with a loss of 0.74% for this week. Bank Nifty closed this week with a marginal gain of 0.33%. Mid cap and small cap indices also closed in losses. We have seen across the board sell off in the market due to weak global cues. Nifty Midcap Index lost 2.81% and Small Cap Index lost 1.73% during this week. India VIX, that is the volatility index, is at 18.25. Volatility has cooled off by more than 10% during this week. Now let us look at Nifty chart. This is a daily chart of Nifty. I have drawn a trend line connecting the lowest point on Nifty during the Ukraine at the start of the Ukraine crisis. I have connected the lowest point to the recent lows and drawn this support trend line. So we can see that this Nifty support trend line is holding as of now. So looking at this trend line, we see that around 17,000 is the support level, and Nifty this week has closed at 17,185. That is near the support zone of resistance zone of 17,200. So Nifty has to maintain about 17,200. Then it can give higher movements. If we look at long-term charts of Nifty, that is the weekly chart of Nifty, it is still in the consolidation range of 16,800 and 18,000 on the higher side on a longer time frame. And this kind of formation on long term chart of Nifty is forming a flag formation. And if Nifty when crosses 18,000 level will have a very high bullish implication technically for the Nifty. And this chart structure will give a very high target for Nifty if it is able to sustain above 18,000 level. Now let us look at Nifty mid cap index. On a longer time frame, Nifty mid cap index has also closed above the upper support line. So as long as Nifty's mid cap is maintaining above this line, my view is bullish on Nifty mid cap index. Similarly, we'll see Nifty small cap index. The small cap index had touched the resistance line, that is the upper trend line. and if it crosses this trend line, then small cap index can still go much higher. So, looking at the valuation and other parameters, I have bullish view on small cap index and small cap stocks. So there are a lot of opportunity in small cap stocks with very good valuations and strong fundamentals. So investors can look at buying these small cap stocks. Now let us look at different sectors, how they have performed during the week. IT sectors gained about 0.8% during this week on the backdrop of good quarterly results from many of the IT companies. Private banks also have gained about 0.5% during this week. Other than this, all the sectors there was a sell off. Realty sector lost about 4%. Media stocks lost about 3%. Auto stocks also lost about 2%. There was nervousness in the market due to several global events taking place during this week. One was the US inflation and bond yields data. US inflation continues to be at around 8.2%, which is quite high for the US economy. And the US bond yields have touched 4.03%, which is the highest level in last 50 years. So this high bond yield in US market makes it very attractive for fund managers, specifically FPIs, foreign portfolio investors, to move money to invest in debt securities in US, that is fixed income securities in US market. So due to this, we are seeing selling by FPIs in all emerging markets, including India, and money is moving to the US markets. Also, we have seen escalation in Russia-Ukraine conflict. So fresh round of escalation has started. This is another factor which is leading to sell-off in Indian markets. As money is moving from emerging markets to US markets, there is huge demand for dollars, and dollar index has touched 114 level, which is a multi-year high. So as dollar is appreciating against all currencies, the Indian rupee is also depreciating compared to the dollar. This is another factor weighing on Indian markets. CPI inflation data for September has come in at 7.4 compared to 7.0 during the month of August. But one good thing for Indian economy is that the exports have gone up by around 8% during September comparing to the previous month. Also, oil and gold imports have dropped comparing to the previous month. So, increase in exports and corresponding drop in gold and oil imports is good for stability of foreign reserves with RBI. So, this is a positive factor for Indian markets. Quarterly results have started coming in. So, TCS, Infosys, Mindtree, some of the IT leaders have posted very good results, and also we have seen very good results being announced by Federal Bank and HDFC Bank at the weekend. WPI inflation for the month of September has come in at 10.7 comparing to August month where WPI inflation was 12.4. So the wholesale inflation has started coming down. So by looking at the inflation data in India for last 3 to 4 months, it looks like that inflation has peaked out in India and inflation is likely to come down as food inflation is one of the major contributors to the inflation, and with the upcoming harvest season the inflation is likely to cool off. The result season is going to be good. We expect good corporate earnings during this result season. So by looking at the chart structure and also looking at the fundamental data, it looks like that market may consolidate in the range of 17,000 to 17,400 levels for a few more weeks, and ultimately we will see a breakout on the upside as the corporate earnings pick. If we look at the market history of last 50 years, various corrections in Indian markets have lasted maximum for 1.5 years. There is no bear market in India which has lasted more than 1.5 years. So the present correction or consolidation started in October 2021. Now it is almost 1 year, and it is time to look at picking up good quality stocks now. So, and Indian market history has always proved that the investment done during any crisis period gives huge return in next 2 to 3 years. That is a post crisis period. So if we analyze all the crisis whatever has happened in Indian markets, the post crisis period have given huge returns. So based on all these factors, I advise investors to start looking at picking up good quality stocks with a 3 year investment horizon that will give very good returns to the investors. So this is all for this week. If you like the video, please like the video, share it with your friends. Also register your comments. Please subscribe to the channels. This is all for this week. See you next week again. Thank you.